the Ring Raiders.
Air Jordan, Air Jordan, Air Jordan.
It's Dance Club Barbie.
I want Ghostbusters.
Let me show you my new toy.
I really want a Ninja Turtle.
Greatest battle in the history of the universe is about to begin.
I want Dino Riders.
You go, I go, pogo. Turn up the turbo and let them go.
She looked and said, it's too much money.
Nobody beats G.I. Joe.
I really want the whole collection of G.I. Joes. I really want.
Putting on a pretty nightie, doing up her pretty hair.
Please, 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 please. And then Mommy says yes.
Hi, I'm Jim Fife. This show is about TV commercials and why what you see isn't always what you get. Of course, commercials are fun to watch. They make everything look so fabulous. I want Ghostbusters. I want a Ninja Turtle. Please, Mom, please. You really want that toy. But when you get it, are you ever disappointed? The same thing has happened to plenty of other kids. So stick around. Let's see what we can find out. Now, you know that commercials are there to sell you something. But are they always telling you the truth? Or are they using a few tricks to sell you something?
Do commercials use tricks?
Turn up the turbo and let them go. Doing tricks. Tricks for turbo tricksters. Rocket stars racers gonna put on a show. Doing tricks. Tricks for turbo tricksters.
New Turbo Tricksters. Over 45 power-packed racers that do hundreds of killer stunts.
Turbo Tricksters promise hundreds of killer stunts. But do these cars do wheelies? Can they fly through the air? Let's see how many killer stunts these Turbo Tricksters really do.
Get set, go! Yeah, oh! No! Why doesn't it work? Mine wasn't either. And every time you put the penny in, it just flips back or something like that. It wouldn't do anything. It would start on its back wheels, then it would fall down. It did not work, definitely.
Over 45 power-packed racers that do hundreds of killer stunts.
I think they should say one killer stunt.
You're right. And other commercials may exaggerate too. Strap yourself in, check your flight plan, and prepare for takeoff. Because here we go again. Watch carefully. This commercial shows something that the toy can't do.
Collect them all and kiss the skulls goodbye. Nice work, Ring Raiders. Squadrons of 4 and blasters sold separately.
Okay, Ring Raiders, fly! Roger. Go! Take off, gentlemen! That's an order! Well, this ought to do it. It looked like this made them fly, didn't it? So, strap on the blaster and let's go! Yeah! Yeah! Take off! Yeah, Raiders, scramble! Go! You know, I guess Ring Raiders are just a bunch of tiny plastic planes that don't fly and a blaster that just goes... But if you think those commercials can fool you, get a load of these. You'll hear things talk that you'll never hear again.
Can they really talk?
It's Guess Who?
The mystery face game.
The fun is trying to guess when you play Guess Who.
Is your person bald? Yes.
A very good question.
Does your person have a beard? Uh-huh.
An excellent clue.
The fun is trying to guess when you play Guess Who.
Hi, Bernard. Claire, how's it going? Any comments you guys would like to make about the show so far? Anything you'd like to say about the fact that you're not talking? That you can't talk? That you don't move? Any chance of my getting my money back for your game?
When me and my friend were watching the commercial, guess who? Well, he saw the cards talking, so he was like, oh my gosh, the cards are talking. I should get this. And then when he went to get the game, when he came back home all excited, he started playing it. It did not talk, and he was all mad and everything. He opened the box, he couldn't get a refund.
And they make the things, they make the cards talk. And it's really, they make things seem more than it is.
Guess who? Well, guess what? Here's the game, and guess again. These cards don't talk. And nice talking to you guys. Okay, cards don't talk. But hamburgers do, right?
You'll never cut the mustard, mean winner! Food fight!
Your history, Private Pizza. Pow! And your lunch. Combat curtain. Fire!
What's going on?
Joy's playing this food again, Mom.
Food fighters, figures, and combat carton each sold separately. Toys do not walk and talk.
Did you catch that last line? Can we hear that again?
Toys do not walk and talk.
Toys do not walk and talk. Well, then how come the commercial has them walking and talking? If a commercial makes a toy look like it moves or talks or sings or fixes lunch, don't be so sure. Check it out in the store, or you may just end up talking to yourself. Hamburger, meet Max. I'm sure you guys have a lot to talk about.
Kids talk. I like commercials. I think that there should be commercials, but I don't think that there should be so many commercials.
At one time.
At one time.
You know the commercials?
Yeah?
They're different from the TV show.
I know that. You know how sometimes they have, like, commercials with Lego and stuff? They only show boys, like in Nintendo commercials. They only show boys. I think it's cheap. And, like, with dolls, like Barbie dolls and stuff, they only show girls. I think it's really dumb.
How do they make food look so good?
Hi, I'm Lloyd Davis. I work in commercials. What do? I'm a makeup man, but not for actors, for food. Let me show you how I do it. Let's start with cereal. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? But this bowl of cereal has to be perfect. I didn't just pour these straight out of a box. No, we went through about a dozen boxes and hand-picked every one of these flakes. It can take hours. So I'm gonna serve this with this, glue. Now, you might like your cereal with milk, but in a commercial, milk can show up bluish and flat. Plus, it makes the cereal get soggy too fast. So the cereal in this bowl is in a mixture of milk and glue. And then to top it off, I add some more glue, like beads of milk. Yummy and delicious, right? How about grapes? That's kind of dull looking, don't you think? No problem. We just pour ourselves a nice, big, full, tasty bowl of vegetable oil. Dip in our grapes. Voila! Nice, shiny grapes. I'm beginning to feel a little thirsty. Time for some hot chocolate. In a commercial, this has always got to look bubbly and fresh. So what do I use? Dishwashing liquid, which I have to mix with water. And this is the fun part. You just get up your suds. And spoon it right onto your chocolate like that. Our hot chocolate. There, bubbly and fresh. Oops, I almost forgot. Marshmallows. Styrofoam balls. You know, everything's been so delicious. I think we really need to top this off with an ice cream sundae. Now, let's say we're doing a commercial for chocolate syrup. Of course, we need ice cream to put it on. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Of course, real ice cream would melt and get runny under the hot lights they use in commercials. So I make my ice cream out of shortening, sugar, and food coloring. It looks great, it doesn't melt, you don't even need to keep it cold. Now. Anybody for seconds?
How do they make games look so easy?
Want to see a neat trick? Watch. Ta-da! But you know what? It was easy. First, they took a picture of the rabbit in my hands. Then Tony came over and took the rabbit away. Now, why didn't you see that? Because we took out that part. So all you see is first rabbit, then no rabbit. Magic? Nah. We just took out the part we didn't want you to see. Want to see more of that sort of thing? Watch this commercial.
Get a grip on the football for that fun. With your grip on the football, you're throwing on the run.
This is a commercial for Flipball. It looks like nobody misses a shot or drops the ball.
Hip flip, no stopping. Skip flip, keeps hopping. Back flip, now dive. Sky flip, how high can you fly? Yeah. Don't slip with a flipball. Get a grip on a flipball. Flipball for everyone.
These kids thought it looked pretty easy, so they gave it a try.
This is impossible.
Oh, yeah? Well, you know it's not easy.
People on TV do it.
Pick it up.
Is this the same game? Are these kids really that bad? Or maybe the kids in the commercial are really great. Is that it?
In front of you.
Okay, watch what happens when we show you only the good parts. Don't these kids look better than they did before? That's editing, and commercials use it all the time. Here's another game that looks pretty easy.
You go, I go, pogo. You go, I go, pogo, pogo. I go pogo to my own tune. Go pogo off the wall, over the moon. You go, I go, pogo, pogo.
If you have a pogo ball and you go like that, you'll go up much higher than a pogo stick.
Ready? Shoulder.
I think it's hard. I thought it was really easy when I saw the commercial, but it isn't. On the commercials, they make it look like so easy, but it's really so hard. You can't get very high.
When a commercial makes something look easy, watch out. Some commercials use kids who are good athletes, or the kids may practice a lot, but all of them use the magic of editing. With that kind of magic, the only thing that could end up disappearing is your money.
Parts sold separately. What does that mean?
I'm the Micro Machine Man, and this is the Seriously Small Micro Machine Service City, the perfect place to take your micros for serious servicing. This place has it all. Movable garage doors, liftable lifts, simply amazing service bay, two-level parking, and a totally terrific turning turntable in the super showroom. The service here is...
These kids are watching a fast-talking commercial for the Micro Machine Service City. We asked these kids, how many cars do you get when you buy the Micro Machine Service City?
I think 6. 11. 30. I think 6. 11. I say there's 10. Oh, not really, not really. Because I just took a wild guess.
6? 11? 30? How many do you think? Take a wild guess. The answer is 0. Absolutely no cars come with this service city. They showed a line on the screen that said vehicles sold separately, but it was really hard to see. And some kids watching don't know how to read.
I'm lucky. I can read it fast enough, but I mean, even if somebody could read, but they couldn't read fast enough, they wouldn't know what it said.
Commercials for toys sometimes tell you that the stuff you see comes separately, but see if you can find the words sold separately in these commercials.
The battle is over, but the action's just beginning with the complete Dino Riders collection.
To the rescue!
Take this! The big action battle continues with cops and crooks.
They're not just small.
Maxie, summer party Maxie.
Did you have trouble finding the words sold separately? So did I. They sure don't make it easy to find out what you're getting. Sometimes an announcer will say it, products and parts sold separately. Some separate products sold apart from other parts of separate product parts. The point is, you don't always get what you see, so make sure you see what you're getting. In some commercials, they show you a whole world, a whole environment that doesn't come in the box. Just because you buy a soldier or a tank doesn't mean you get the whole war. Take G.I. Joe. Are you getting the plane, the hills, the jungle?
What's Maxie doing?
Beachy Keen Maxie. Are you getting the boat, the ocean, the beach?
It's the footski with its
Ninja Turtles. Are you getting the dungeon, the moat, the castle?
Be the end of good, clean fun.
When I saw Beachy Keen Maxie, I thought she came with the boat, and she really didn't. And I also thought that she could hang on to the sail, but then there's nothing to hang on because they showed only this, like, pole with the sail.
My brother thought that when you get the planes, that you get the people with it. You could get that background equipment, but you would have to pay extra, or maybe even you just find it and make it yourself.
Remember, when you buy toys that have their own TV shows, like G.I. Joe, Maxie, or Ninja Turtles, you don't get the whole show. You don't get the trees, the jungle, the mountains, or the war. You don't even get those neat sounds. Sorry, Joe. Here you are. One figure. One brave, lone, solitary figure. It's just you and me now, Joe.
Kids talk. If you buy a sugar product and it says on the commercial, it'll make you get really strong. It won't because it's got sugar in it.
Dig this, bird brain. All you're getting is a vitamin-packed punch.
Honey and Crisp cereal, if you eat it, you don't get like so strong that you could do anything.
Show him you're a tiger. Show him what you can do.
I don't think he can just get the shot in just because he ate the Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes, good. They're great.
I want Tony the Tiger to come to my house.
Dinosaurs are a big part of this nutritious breakfast.
That's what it takes to get somebody to eat cereal. Just put a cartoon in it.
What's wrong with 900 numbers?
We're the new kids on the block.
And if you got the right stuff,
Call us now on our brand new hotline. Made just for you.
Call the doctor. Dr. Video.
And for the people that haven't been calling, look, you got to call us 1-900-909-JEFF, right?
Rock stars, movie stars, cartoon characters, even Santa Claus. They're all at the... How much can one little phone call be, right?
Call me on my line, 1-900-909-3300. Ask me out. Hey, I'll ask you out.
Call the line, 1-900-909-2233.
You can call Santa, too. Dial 1-900-909-4300.
Ready for the bad news? A call to a 900 number can cost almost 3 times as much as regular AT&T long-distance calls. And even though the commercials tell you the cost per minute, you have no idea what the total bill is likely to be. Listen to the true stories of these kids.
I saw 900 numbers up on the television screen. They said $2 the first minute, 45 cents each additional minute. And I didn't know that it cost more just to, call a person. I didn't know that it was any different than any regular phone call.
It's like I was addicted, like people can get addicted to other things. But I was addicted to phones or 900 numbers. And I couldn't stop calling them. I loved them so much.
I called like 7 times a day, for 2 months, every day.
We didn't have to pay the bill because my mom called the AT&T and she told me that I didn't know really what was happening to me.
Just like these kids, you might think you're actually going to speak with your favorite rock star or even Santa Claus, but all you get is a recording. And the messages may be full of advertising for somebody's next album or movie. Who wants to pay to listen to their commercials? Plus, the recording may be really hard to hear, and they sometimes start in the middle, which means you have to hang on and wait for the beginning or call again. So it costs even more. So, before you pile up big phone bills listening to this stuff, think again. 10 calls to a 900 number can cost about $40. So don't make these calls.
Kids talk. If they're gonna advertise something, they shouldn't advertise it so that you're forced to buy the thing. They should advertise it so that you're that. So they should advertise it that they want you to buy it, that they want you to buy it, but you don't have to buy it.
Yeah, so you don't get hypnotized, but if you want to buy it, you can.
Some assembly required. What does that mean?
Some toys look great on TV when they're fully assembled, but commercials don't always tell you what it takes to put them together. This is how the G.I. Joe Rolling Thunder looks on TV. But this is how it looks when you get it home, in 120 pieces. Big difference, huh? Let's take a look at the directions. Place long turret base slide into bottom slot slide of slide housing. Next, place short body slide into top slot of slide housing as shown. It's going to take a lot to get this Rolling Thunder rolling. We asked these kids how long it took them to put this toy together.
That's so weird. About 2.5 hours plus about 3 hours.
And if you're into Barbie, you might have problems with her ice cream shop.
When I got it, I thought it would be easy, but it wasn't. And it almost took me about 2 hours or so.
And to put together this Dino Rider, be prepared for 34 separate pieces.
When I saw the box, I thought it was going to take 15 minutes, but when I opened it, it took a long time. Like an hour.
You have to be some kind of architect or professional engineer or something to know how to put these things together with these long directions, 5-page directions, put this into this and this into this. It's really confusing.
Are celebrity sneakers better?
I don't think Paula Abdul can tap dance in Reeboks because that's unless she puts tacks or bottle caps on her shoes, but I don't think she can dance with Reeboks on.
Bo knows basketball, too.
They pretend you're gonna jump higher because you see him wearing the sneakers and him jumping and slamming the ball.
It has this air bubble in the side, and it's supposed to cushion your feet when you jump. And so far, it hasn't really helped.
I mean, give me a break. Are you really going to jump 6 inches higher if you have an air bubble in your shoe?
Putting on Kareem's brand of sneakers won't make me play like Kareem. Paula Abdul's brand of shoes won't make me dance like her. Doesn't work that way. Hey, I'm not saying that these are bad sneakers. In fact, they're pretty cool. But before you spend all that money on them, remember one thing. The shoes don't make the basket. You do. Commercials. They're trying to sell you something, but you don't have to buy it. They have a minute or less to get you to fall in love with their product, so they use a lot of the tricks we've been talking about. But you don't have to be fooled. So here are some tips to keep in mind next time you see a commercial on TV. Tip number 1. Commercials may show you toys doing things they hardly ever do or can't do at all.
And kiss the skulls goodbye.
Buying a complete world when all you may get is one thing. Tip number 3. Commercials may do all kinds of things to make food look delicious. Tip number 4, toys and games may seem incredibly easy to play when they may not be easy at all. Tip number 5, commercials may fool you into thinking that certain toys move or talk when they really don't. Tip number 6, commercials don't always tell you that that great-looking toy may have to be put together or how long that may take. Tip number 7, commercials for those 900 numbers make you waste a lot of money listening to silly messages, so don't call them. Tip number 8, just because a star shows up in a commercial for a product doesn't mean using that product will make you a star. The point is, commercials have plenty of ways to fool us. So when you watch them, don't just take their word for it and don't believe everything you see. Oh yeah, there's one more tip I almost forgot to mention. Some of the best stuff is never even advertised on TV. See this? Best thing I ever bought. It doesn't cost much, it's fun, and I've had it for years. No assembly required. And you know what? I never saw a single commercial for it.